Y'all voices are incredibly, incredibly profound as it pertains to what punishment should come down the pike. I really, really feel that way. And so when I'm thinking about the National Football League, right? Here's my issue. Here's my question to y'all. At some point in time, again, what do you think should happen? Because we're talking business ethics and we're talking about the NFL lacking it, but we're also talking about a female audience out there that is profound. They're incredibly potent. You can affect the bottom line. And so if the NFL is sitting back and they're saying the legal system has made its decision, as a result, we can't prohibit him from playing in this league in our estimation. Well, what do you do about that? Come with a definitive answer.
To me, it's still premature because we don't. There's 22 lawsuits. There's 22 civil suits. I don't know whether he's won or lost. That's why I think it's premature by the Cleveland Browns to give this man the most guaranteed money ever, $230 million.
Fair enough.
So we don't have those answers. So let me just say that.
Okay.
So first of all, I already think the rule is egregious in terms of 6 games for abusing children, women, sexual assault, domestic violence. All right, that rule needs to be changed. That's a minimum of 1 season. So DeShaun Watson, if all these 22 women lied on him and he wins every civil case, right, all 22 of them, go for it, break the bank. But that's not where we are right now, and we need more information. We need more information also from the Browns on how they got here, how the NFL got here to make this decision. To answer your question, Stephen A., and I understand it's a direct question, I just wanted to make those points, but as far as DeShaun Watson in terms of punishment, if he's losing these cases, he should not be playing this entire season. Maybe 2 seasons.
Okay, but no.
And that's why they gave him, that's why he only loses $1 million, Stephen A., because they know punishment might come down. $1 million when you're about to get 220 million.
No.
That's a slap in the face to all women everywhere. I just need to say something. If he is guilty, Stephen A., right? If he loses these cases, he's going to lose. They protected him so he gets all his money.
But I'm still asking the question.
I told you a season.
Gentlemen. Hello. How you doing out there today in TV land? Hold on. Let's make this right. There you go. What's going on? Well, you see her and you hear her. Molly Qerim, one of the most disgusting pieces of dog shit on ESPN, owned by ABC, owned by Disney. Shock, dismay. How could it possibly be that the feminist log piece of shit rolls downhill and everybody gets covered in it? Gee, I wonder how. DeShaun Watson, if you haven't heard, traded to the Cleveland Browns for a guaranteed $230 million, and Molly Qerim doesn't like that. You know, because Molly Qerim married a black cuck, Jalen Rose, right? The only man that is going to marry somebody like Molly Qerim is going to be a feminist male or a cuck. Plain and simple. He's going to follow her lead. No self-respecting man would be tied to a bitch like that. Plain and simple. If she wants to run everything, you let her run her ass right out of town. Bye. See ya. Adios. Goodbye. You're troublesome. You're quarrelsome. Old boy is beating all of these felonious raps, this bullshit that is being put on him. And it's bullshit. Everybody knows it's bullshit. Brittany Renner. Anybody? See, when all of these scumbag Insta thoughts come out and they start talking to you about, if you want to get the bag, you got to go to the sports arena. Make sure your titties are popping. Make sure your jaw's all shaved down. You don't want to look like a man. Some of them are. Get your ass implants. Get your Brazilian wax going. And then when he doesn't give you the bag, when he doesn't surrender his life to you, just throw a false sexual assault claim at him, because these people have millions of dollars set aside to settle false sexual assault claims. Because it's easier to throw money at these people to shut them up, get them to sign off on their rights that they'll not do it again, and push them away. Michael Jackson and Sony, Prince and Sony, same fucking thing. Michael Jackson in the court system, same thing, same thing. It's easy to target somebody that's got hundreds of millions, try to drag them through the mud, and when the settlement time comes, they're more inclined to settle than lose more money. It is a tactic. It's Me Too. Pound Me Too. And it can be any fucking one of you. Any one of you. You think, well, I don't have millions of dollars in the bank. Hell, I don't have hundreds of dollars in the bank. Why would they want me? Because. Just because. Every serial killer has to hone their art, right? You don't start out a master of fish fillet. No, you have to become one. And that's what these folks do. And that's what Molly Qerim in particular does. And she was being enabled by Stephen Smith. I'd be interested to know how much Stephen Smith sold his soul for. He used to be one of the most upright people. Not anymore. Got to stay on TV. Got to keep my influence. Got to pay for my big house. Got to ride to work in a chauffeured car. Maybe he drives himself. I don't know. But this is what it is now. The weaponized accusation. And if you put yourself in that position, these people, let me break off of that thought and I'll get to this one. These people that we viewed for decades as alphas, right? Alphas, top flight men, high quality men. I guess it depends on what your definition of quality is. My definition of quality isn't a boatload of money. It's not. Folks will say, but you don't have a boatload of money. Well, I got it like that. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Better off now than I've ever been. Worked my ass off to get there. Got to work my ass off to keep it. That's just the way it is. It's the way it is for you too. Talking with fellas, trying to get these emails cleared up. I've been telling you, man, I'm backlogged like 200 or 300 emails. Hundreds of fucking emails. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. They just came in, but I'm trying to get through them. And I'm into one particular case. I won't mention the fella's name, but mail order bride, stayed with him for 2 years, come over here, divorced him. 2 years, mail order bride. The same places that all of you are talking about going to get your passports from. Go on, get over there. It's not that bad. You think that they don't know what's over here? You think that they don't understand that they're escaping to the land of milk and honey? Of course they understand that. It's less slavery here. And that's what all peoples are looking for, is less pressure, less slavery. If they're evil, if they're malevolent, what are they going to want to do? They will take advantage of people. You think that because they're from a second or third world that they're not evil or malevolent and can't take advantage of people? Of course they can. Of course they can. Molly Qerim. Let me get up in these chats here real quick. 360 of y'all in the house right now. Much appreciation, man. I appreciate it. Big time. Coiled Steel, MGTOW Monger, can't wait for that to happen. And will happen in a shit hit the fan scenario. Fortis King X, what? Lucky Rockmore, they're not alphas or top quality. They're bought and sold as easy as the wind blows. That's right. That's right. If these people out here that run things, the people that have the apparatus to control your minds, feel that they can get value from a Stephen Smith, from a feminist scumbag, Molly Qerim, you might as well call Stephen Smith a feminist too, because if you ask him anywhere, do you believe that women have the right to vote? Oh, yeah, I believe that women. Yeah, that's what he'll tell you. So he's a feminist. If you believe in their right to stand equally with you as far as voting is concerned, they're feminists. It does not matter what they say. It matters what it is. It's what feminism was founded on. That's what feminism is. All the shit that sneaks in every couple of years just scabs over what actual feminism was. Actual feminism was achieved at that point. Oh, then it morphed into women's rides. They're rides. They got to have more rides. We need more rides. We need more cars, more shoes, more washing machines, more kids. Oh, fuck them kids. We'll kill them kids. Oh, it's coming out of me right now. That's okay. Kill it. Kill it. If you have a passion or a need to be with a female in this day and age, given what they are and how transparent they are, you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't no friend of mine. You're dangerous. You're an enemy. You're an agent, an infiltrator. You're a tool and a weapon that can be used against me. Is it hard to get that shit out of your head? Yes. Is it impossible? Not by any stretch of the imagination. I'm living proof of that. And everybody's talking about this shit with Molly Qerim, and I've got a bonus for you. We're going to go over another one that Jada Black put out today. Shout out, Jada Black. Shout out. Well, actually, that's this one that's coming up. And shout out to Black Conservative. I want to cover both of those videos. And no, I haven't forgotten. No, I haven't forgotten. We talked about it on the MGTOWN podcast last night with Drex, and producer Tim had some great call-ins. It was wonderful. I loved it. Thought it was a great time. Legal action is on the table when it comes to global news and the CBC, associating me with terrorism, death, and murder. We'll see where it goes. Nothing has happened, not yet, but we'll see where it goes. You can't be that irresponsible, not anymore. Who, 346, how many people would just, take it into their hands? Every time you get a hockey mask episode from RPM, that's how many people take it into their hands. And he's just one man. He can't cover it all. He can't cover it all. Psycho Soap. Stephen A. Smith reminds me of that kid in school that runs his mouth more often than not, and you just know he needs an ass whooping. Well, he probably got the ass whooping more than a couple of times. Just saying, probably. Maybe not, but probably. And when you can run your mouth and you have the gift of gab, you can put yourself in a position like he's done to get on TV and consolidate power. And that power goes a long way when you choose to exact revenge on people. DeShaun Watson is going to be found innocent of these frivolous charges. He's going to be found innocent. They've already dropped 9 of them. They're going to drop the rest of them. Remember Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby didn't do anything wrong. If you go into the who's and the what's, the ins and the outs of the Bill Cosby case, and there's a great breakdown done by Razor Fist, the Rageaholic, that will tell you about the Bill Cosby deal, especially Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Oh my. Oh my. And Bill Cosby was just in the wrong place at the wrong fucking time. And he lost a lot. He lost a lot. Diablo Lord of Terror, that's shady. Mohaned El Saeed, success from women is sucking your opponent wallet. I suppose so, man. Oh, I don't mess with that shit myself. Mr. Pliskin, call me Snake. See it countless times. MGTOWN Monger at Coiled Steel Hockey Mask time, and the 304s will be turned into taco meat. Manoj Roy, when will the Barbarian come to put those bitches in their place? It's already happening. It's already happening. It's already happening. All you have to do is pay attention to the general culture. Just what's out there on the surface, man. Just what's out there on the surface. Just pay attention to the general culture. The collective spasming and freaking out of females in all classes, all ages, all types, all careers, all genres. It's already happening. They ain't getting what they want. Some of them will make out. That's true. But they'll talk themselves out of it. That's also true. Some of them will snag a pet wallet and it'll be gone. They'll use it up. And then they'll try to grift over to somebody else. They'll try to monkey branch over to some other fool. Notice that they look for the uneducated now. And I don't mean educated in school. I mean, educated right here. This is the only place in the world where you will find stuff like this is on the internet. There are no major men's coliseums out here. There are no Oprah Winfrey giveaways for men. Men have to do this a little bit differently. It's been a long time coming. I feel like there's something on the horizon here. We'll see. We'll see. Let me get down to the bottom here, gents. Take care of business. Before I go any farther, I want to say big ups to the chat, man. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it on a fine Saturday afternoon. Fine Saturday afternoon. It's beautiful outside. It's a little on the cool side. Over here, anyways. I don't know where it is where you're at. And big ups to those master wrenches doing the fucking thing in that chat. I appreciate the hell out of you. Look, man, if you find haters, if somebody wants to talk shit, let them talk shit until it gets ridiculous. Shit talking don't bother me. You folks in the chat, you know how to handle shit talkers. You just handle them with facts, love, and kindness. And they get madder. And they go away. And they start misspelling shit. Not including punctuation. Beard ASMR. Oh, man. It's amazing. Sigma Rodan, Sky Titan Battalion is still going strong. Leonardo Cook, the JFK true man. How crazy they got killed after that. Yeah. Island Hermit, about to listen to the rest of this in the gym. Monk mode bodybuilder. Get it. Oh, get some, boy. To bear, boys need to be taught risk. I suppose boys are born with risk. If you mean risk assessment, risk awareness, I'll absolutely agree with you. You have to do this with boys that are coming up today now. You have to. They're slam fucked in the trunk if you're not intervening with them on a daily, every other day basis, checking them out to make sure that they're not being brainwashed, that the pickup game's not being played with them, because that's what these people want. It's what they've always wanted. They lied to you, you stupid motherfucking cuck-servatives, every step of the way, and you choked it down because you didn't want God to not like you. You almost deserve what you're getting.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Molly Qerim. Once again, the most annoying woman on sports television. Has once again.
You didn't hear a damn word that I said. I said I will be busting in on this anytime I feel like I need to make a point. And shout out Jada Black.
Said some things that I found to be extremely annoying and reprehensible. I think when you have somebody like Molly Qerim, who has feminist ideals, she's very unliked. But in her bubble of...
I think that she's if you're looking at her right now, she's a classic example of, in my opinion, now I'm not speaking for anybody else, I'm just speaking for me. She's a classic example of somebody that is dynamite looking until they open their fucking mouth. On a scale of 1 to 10, she's way up there in my book until she starts talking. And it drops 5, 6 fucking points. Plummets. It's like taking a dime piece to dinner and she can't stop shitting herself. You ain't gonna take her back to dinner.
Simps, she's probably not going to understand that because of the hypocrisy that she is in right now. She wants to blast DeShaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns for giving him a fully guaranteed contract. They have fully gone all in on DeShaun, which is why he went there. And people are upset about this. And what's really interesting is that DeShaun Watson was found basically innocent in the real court that matters, which is criminal court.
That's absolutely true. Like I said, so far they've dropped 9 of 22. 22 charges, right? Now, you can see it from her point of view if you were a psycho-crazed feminist. You can see it. Well, 22 people just coming together to say blah, 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 blah. How many people came together to say that Donald Trump raped 8 fucking 13-year-old kids? You heard it all the way up to the election. How many people came together to try to get Brett Kavanaugh ejected from the highest court in the land? You saw it unfold on fucking national TV. And it happens in micro environments all over the West every single fucking day. The sexual accusation and the child hurting accusation is just about the only thing that works anymore in this culture, in this society. And now that is not even working because of the way that these motherfuckers have mishandled their opportunity. They really had an opportunity with Me Too to take care of business selectively. And they fucking blew that because they can't manage anything. And it's clear that they can't manage shit, jack shit, nothing.
But that ain't enough. To Molly Qerim and other people, he still has those civil suits. I mean, anybody can be sued. I've seen people on YouTube get sued, right? People just handing out lawsuits all the time. That doesn't mean he's guilty. What that means is something may have occurred. Those women did not like it. So therefore, those women have decided to sue DeShaun Watson, even though in court, they're saying criminally he didn't do anything wrong. There was no evidence that he assaulted those women. But you still got these people like Molly Qerim that feels like he should be punished even more. He should not be allowed to play, even though he did not play last season.
And that's a good point to make. He has already lost 1 year of his NFL career being hemmed up by these accusations. So that's another thing that you have to call into question now. And I'm calling it right now. Mark my fucking words. Mark the day that you heard this stream. This will be a tactic going forward to stop sports professionals from participating in their chosen field when they don't fall in line with something like COVID, masks, experimental mRNA sequencers. When they don't fall in line with shit like this, all somebody's going to do is wrap them up with a false charge and deprive them of their livelihood. This will become a new tactic going into the future.
And they're like, well, until he's cleared all these 22 lawsuits, he should not be allowed to play. Where was this energy for Chad Wheeler? And before any of you say, well, Jay, I don't think he's on another team, it's because y'all don't actually do any research or look to see if he is playing or not. Chad Wheeler could be on a roster right now. You wouldn't notice because you don't care. That guy beat his girlfriend to an inch of her life, thought she was already gone. He went and ate a sandwich to realize that she's still alive. We all saw the pictures. A lot of you people forgot about it. There's no energy or smoke for that. I noticed this with Molly Qerim.
Oh, and the girl that he's talking about that got whooped, I mean fucking smoked, was a swirler. Now, is it right that she got smashed like that? No, it's not. You don't know what led up to it, but there's very few things that you can convince me of anyways that is going to say, I'm going to say, yeah, that was justified. It was not justified. It was not justified. But you know how these swirlers are. They'll pick a motherfucker up from behind a dumpster with a needle in his arm so that they can get that zaddy juice. You know it, and I know it.
She had issues with LeVar Ball and with DeShaun Watson. It just seemed like black athletes always get the smoke from everybody. Because I told y'all, it's us against everybody. But guess what? We continue to win. We continue to shut down the haters. And that's what DeShaun Watson is doing. He was found basically innocent in the only court that matters. I don't care what none of y'all on Twitter have to say. He wasn't found guilty of anything. That's the only thing that matters. Lawsuits don't matter to me. That's up to him whether he wants to settle those lawsuits or fight those lawsuits. He could probably win half those lawsuits if he wanted to with the representation that he has. Depends on when they go back to court.
Also depends on whether or not they want to drag this fucking shit out. Depends on whether or not a settlement is offered. A settlement is not an admission of guilt, gentlemen. A settlement is just that. It gets the fucking ball moving so that you're not bogged down for another 12 months with legal wrangling, so that you can lose another year of your life on the playing field.
I just find it interesting that somebody who's failed as a wife, like Molly Qerim, who's so opinionated about others, who don't even have her life together, who could be sleeping with her co-worker, Stephen A. Smith, is so opinionated about DeShaun Watson. She wants to see DeShaun Watson punished even more. But you and people like you, Molly Qerim, you support a president in Joe Biden. I'm going to get political here, so it is what it is. I got to make a point. People like Molly Qerim support a president in Joe Biden that has been accused numerous times of being inappropriate with women. Did that stop any of you from supporting him? No. There are women who've been damaged by that man, but y'all don't care because it doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit the narrative. One, he's a Democrat. And two, let's just be real, he's a Caucasian male. It don't fit the narrative. He has to be black. He has to be a young, successful athlete that's not tied to any baby mama drama, right? He's not getting exposed by ex-girlfriends. Well, he's getting exposed by masseuses, but he doesn't have a lot of drama in his life other than the lawsuits that he's dealing with. But once again, DeShaun Watson went to criminal court for that. And if a jury did not think he was guilty, why do you think for 1 second that he's going to lose all those 22 lawsuits, civil suits?
Very good. Very good point. Like the comment that's up right now, Cam Newton keeps $5 million in an escrow account just to pay off bottom feeders. Cam seems like the type to be getting himself in all kinds of stupid situations. Maybe. But don't think for a second that once you start to hit the upper echelons of any kind of profession, if it's music, movies, entertainment of any kind, fucking YouTube. Look what just happened to myself in 21 Studios, where motherfuckers will come out and associate you with murderers and rapists and put your face on the front of their ad, the front of their shit, and show it to millions of people. This is just the way that the fucking game is played, folks. This is the way that the game is played. The bad thing for them is that the game has two sides. And when you get your balls up a little bit, and I'm talking about me, myself, and you serve these motherfuckers, then you get paid because they're stupid. And they're going to think long and hard before they come back and do it again. Or they'll just get sold off to some other dumbass media company. They'll roll them up in there and they'll start all over. And then you sue them all over.
And by the way, I did a video on DeShaun Watson about his current situation. If you want to see it, the link inside the description box. Make sure y'all go and check it out. Check out that commentary. It's great commentary about DeShaun Watson and him getting cleared of those criminal charges. Now let's get into this article because this woman to me is just disgusting. This is according to Awful announcing. The Cleveland Browns have been widely chastised in recent days, not just because they traded for a quarterback accused by 22 women of assault and harassment, but also because of the historic contract they handed him. During Monday morning's First Take on ESPN, host Molly Qerim lashed out at the Browns for rewarding DeShaun Watson and safeguarding him financially from a potential suspension. After reportedly seeking to move on from Baker Mayfield to find an adult for their quarterback position, the Browns traded for Watson, in effect, the 22 civil lawsuits against him. Then they signed him to a $230 million fully guaranteed contract.
Man, that is some fucking bank. That's not a layered contract. That's not a performance or incentives-based contract. That's $250 million Guaranteed, no matter what. Get paid. Get your bread. That's what the fuck's up. Andreas Scout, highest echelon of Swiss finance sector here. Well, it's good to meet you, Andreas. I have had over my career in 10 years plus over 3,200 chances to get chicks thrown at me, and I had the morals, ethics, and biology in check to say no to all of them. You probably saved your career. Let me say it to you like that, sir. You probably saved your career. Because when they're throwing themselves at you, it's not because of you. They'll gladly give up the nappy dugout. They'll gladly get choked out for the opportunity to come back on you, take you to fucking court, to these feminist shithole courts, and do what they got to do. It's what they're born to do.
Which includes just $1 million in his first year with the Browns, protecting Watson in case of a season-long suspension by the NFL. There's 22 civil suits. I don't know whether he's won or lost. Okay, so why are you commenting? That's why I think it's premature by the Cleveland Browns to give this man the most guaranteed money ever.
You heard her in that beginning segment with Stephen Smith, right? It's a slap in the face to all women. No, it's not. No, it's not. How's that a slap at you? Did he grab your ass? Did he suck on your titties against your will? He didn't do nothing to you. So how's he slapping you in the face? All he be slapping is concrete anyways. Need a fucking chisel to get that shit off of you. You got a yellow face and a Caucasian neck. Quit wearing so much makeup, ladies. It's not flattering. It's disgusting. If you're homely, you might get away with a layer. No more.
Qerim said in her first take, said to her first take co-host Stephen A. Smith, if he's losing these cases, he should not be playing this entire season, maybe 2 seasons. Qerim continued, and that's why he only loses $1 million because they know a punishment might come down. $1 million when you're about to get $229 million. That's a slap in the face to all women everywhere. They protected him so he gets all his money. And I love the fact that he's going to get all his money.
One has nothing to do with the other. There is no protection. There's no protection here. What they did was they didn't cave into the demands of a hysterical fucking feminist on ESPN. That's what they didn't do. There's no protection racket being run here. Well, I mean, not in the traditional sense. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody kind of looks out for themselves. But when you have something as high profile as this, you get caught covering it up, you're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble.
Because again, he was in criminal court. He was found basically innocent. So why would they not do that? The jury thought some of those women, if not most of those women, were lying, or they just weren't being honest. You need to take that up with the jury that sided with him and not those 22 women.
And I'll tell you something else that would really interest me is to know the makeup of the jury. I can almost guarantee you, now I don't know, but I would put money on the fact that it was a mostly female black woman jury. What you want to bet? At the very least, a mostly female jury. And they still say, no, we don't buy it.
Okay? Everybody wants to attack DeShaun Watson. DeShaun Watson did what he was supposed to. He stayed off the field. He handled it in court, and he won. Now he has these civil suits, which, let's be real.
And did you hear also in the beginning where she says, okay, he's found innocent of all 22 charges, and then it's a civil court. Go break the bank. And she's still rooting for this motherfucker to be found innocent in a court of law, and then still trying to cheerlead a civil court suit to try to backdoor the process of justice. That's where you're at right now with these motherfuckers that are all through your media, all through your entertainment, your education system, everywhere. Who's old like me? And you remember back in the day, way back in the day, where they were talking about, oh, females they just need access to the locker rooms so they can give proper interviews. It's not fair. And every motherfucking thing had to change to accommodate these bitches. I remember the first few locker room dramas on the NFL or any kind of MLB that I happened to be breezing across because I didn't watch baseball. But when I was watching the football, man, holy shit. You know, the fellas are just running around with towels on. The bitches are getting bumped into and shit. The guys are celebrating or they're pissed off because they lost. And then the hoes have the fucking temerity, the audacity to say, I saw a man's penis or naked ass in there, and I felt like I was being assaulted. You don't have no goddamn business in the locker room anyways. This is what happens. You give them a toehold in anything, and they fuck it up. They ruin it. They destroy it. This ain't about equal fucking rights. It's about pushing you out of everything.
DeShaun Watson has to do is pay these women off, but that may not be the road he goes. Because of him winning this criminal case, DeShaun Watson may end up winning these civil suits. But of course, that's not enough for the Molly Qerims of the world. The Molly Qerims of the world say he's still gonna get his money. Stephen A, can you believe it? He's gonna get his money. Stephen like, yeah, he's gonna get his money. I'm in disagreement with this. This is atrocious. Right, Molly? This is a goofy Stephen A. Smith, just another goofy simp.
He's a fucking coat wearer. That's all that motherfucker is. He is now a hat and coat rack for feminism. That's what Stephen Smith has been reduced to. How many times before now listen to me, if you've watched Stephen Smith for any length of time dealing with other men on any show that he's been on, before Qerim stepped into this position here, how many times has somebody given Stephen Smith the fucking the face palm, given him the fucking palm 3 times in a minute, and the man just shuts up? He just dummies up. Never. He knows his place, and it's firmly behind her.
It sits there and acts like you're his equal when in reality you're just a pretty face that has nothing more else to say. But be that as it may, I just find it ridiculous how all these other people that y'all support who've been accused by women of assault, y'all don't bring it up. And I'm gonna say this again, Joe Biden has been accused by numerous women. Y'all don't care. It don't fit the narrative. So y'all don't say nothing. But because it's a black athlete, oh, we gotta destroy him. We gotta destroy him. He can't, we want to destroy his career. Look at Michael Vick. Michael Vick still can't catch a break with people who are still trying to destroy him years later for dog fighting when he wasn't even the one fighting the dogs.
I mean, it's like 20 fucking years later. I mean, seriously, it's like 20 years down the road. And I didn't approve of the Mike Vick situation. They don't need me to approve of it or disapprove of it, but he should not have been associated with it. But the motherfucker has paid his dues. Get the fuck off of him. Leave him alone. Let him do his thing. Let him go get a commentating job somewhere. Let him make a fucking living. People make mistakes, and sometimes the mistake is just guilt by association.
And he served time in prison. That's not enough. They want to destroy black men. But see, you know what? We're built for this. We know we have a target on our backs. All we can do, and I would tell DeShaun Watson this and others, we got to stay out of trouble. We got to stay out of situations that they can use against us.
And how do you do that, Mr. DeBlack? You stay the fuck away from females. Stay away from females. Ice them out. Cut them out of every facet of your life wherever possible. Do not be friendly with them. Do not make eye contact with them. Don't shop in the same fucking stores as them. Don't give them any opportunity to try to muscle you, because the entire apparatus is behind them, waiting with bated fucking breath, drooling, hoping that they will find some sucker ass millionaire out there that just ain't caught up to the times yet.
That's what they want. They salivate at being able to destroy a black man. They salivate at it. People like Molly Qerim salivate at being able to go on TV and destroy a black man. With that lame, goofy Stephen A. Smith, who I actually used to have some semblance of respect for. I have none for now. Qerim has also called for more information to be released by the Browns on how they reached the decision to trade for Watson, knowing the open allegations against them. On Sunday, Browns owner D and Jimmy Haslam released a statement defending their decision to acquire Watson, claiming they spent a tremendous amount of time exploring and investigating the opportunities through a comprehensive evaluation process. But the 210-word explanation from the Haslams lacked substance, and their reputed investigation never even sought to speak with the lawyer representing, because the lawyer is a goofy. That lawyer is an attention seeker.
That lawyer also gets paid. Paid like a motherfucker. Paid to string it out. You see, they could solve the shit right now. Of course, there's going to be some lag. Everybody knows that. Cases are booked up. It's too much for the system to process. So, of course, there's going to be a waiting game, but they stretch it beyond the normal waiting game. That's what lawyers do, man. They don't get paid to solve your shit right now today. There ain't no money in that.
Their lawyer is an attention seeker who's buddies with the owner of the Texans, allegedly. Or neighbors. He's neighbors. Kudos to First Take for going beyond the football field to analyze the Watson trade. You know what's funny about Molly Qerim? She's like these other liberals. They get on social media and pretend like they care about black men and black lives, right? George Floyd. But they will not pass up an opportunity to destroy a black man. They will not pass up an opportunity, especially one of these black athletes. They will not pass up an opportunity to destroy one of these guys' reputation and career, but they get on here and they try to pretend like they care about black people when they're full of it. This is why she's a failed wife who wants to get on TV. She's barely good at what she does.
And he ain't kidding about the failed wife thing. Was she 37? 37 years old, man. No fucking kids. Career-oriented hoe. Married to some fucking ex-baller. And she'll be divorcing him soon. Of course she will. She's probably an insufferable cunt. Now, allegedly, right? Allegedly. She's probably an insufferable cunt. And that's just what it is. So she'll either divorce him because he can't put up with it, or he'll just divorce her because he can't stand the sight of her no more. Why would you ever marry anybody in the entertainment field? They ain't human beings, man.
By average. And she wants to play the morality game, but but has she been moral in her recent marriage? And also, people like Molly Qerim, these white liberals or non-melanated liberals, y'all get on here and you want to point your finger like you're virtuous, but you support people like Joe Biden, who's been accused by numerous women of being inappropriate with them, and y'all say nothing because it doesn't fit the narrative.
Well, I mean, there it is. Just another motherfucker, right? Your money, your power, your sway will not protect you from sexual allegations. Hold on a second. if I could only think about what would protect you from sexual, there's this word. What's, there's a O in there and a W. Oh, I know what it is. It's MGTOW. Monk. It just means that you got to get a little bit of control over yourself. That is the real reason, one of the many real reasons that people like myself or Johnson for 21 Studios or Undead Chronic or any of the men that are catching shit right now, Replicant Fish, Line of MGTOW, JD Miles, any of them are catching shit right now. Those are the real reasons that people hate you. They revile you, that they don't want you to do anything out here in the public sphere. They don't want you to turn that camera on. They don't want you to speak into this mic. Because once you do that, what happens? You start waking people up. You wake up one guy. It creates a ripple effect that you can't measure. If you've just taken one fella and said, this is the way it is, X, Y, and Z, and he's like, oh, shit, and he stops participating in it, his actions carry over to a whole new group of people. They view it as an infection. I view it as a cure. You have to starve this shit out. I'm not so selfish and greedy, that I need to go out there and try to deprive fellow generations of men and women of a decent society. So I will gladly take the hit myself. I know that a lot of you watching have already made up your mind that that's what you're going to do. Some of you are sitting on the fence. Some of you are like, nah, fuck that. I'll still date. I'm aware, but I'm going to still date. I mean, don't say that you haven't been warned. We see it happen every single day, every day. Oh, by the way, you're listening to a terrorist, allegedly. Allegedly. Let's get in this chat real quick, see what's going on. Fortis King X, Replicant Fish had Wonka Cutaway in his last vid. MGTOW Monger. Guerrilla MGTOW actions are required. Content creation and blitzing MGTOW philosophy everywhere, which I think is happening. I mean, it's pretty clear to me that it's happening. The fucking shit is spreading everywhere. And good. Do you know why legitimate MGTOW, legitimate monk theory and philosophy is so hard to rebut? Come on, anybody? Does anybody have any idea? It's so difficult to rebut because it's just true. We don't rely on lies. We don't rely on a house of cards. We rely on ourselves. We rely on a decision. It's a very simple choice. Is this what you want to do? Is this what you want to participate in? Or can you get yourself to a point where you can ignore that biological instinct, that urge, and get your life together? Can you recognize usury and stop participating in it? Those are pretty simple questions. And nowhere in there did I ask you if you had an AK-47 and if you were proficient with it. Son of Thor's, I'd rather play Elden Ring. Oh, but it's too hard. There's no access for people with no fucking hands. What am I going to do? I can't grip the controller. Roland Gonzalez, it needs to be done to rid these whammons of their bullshit. I agree. This is the most entitled, richest, spoiled, out of touch, delusional generation of females that has ever existed. That has ever existed. That is a fact, gentlemen. That's a fact. And I do have heartfelt sympathies for any man that wanted to be involved with somebody that bought into the dream, the illusion that you were sold, the delusion that was propagated by everybody around you. I do have sympathies for you. But the sympathies only extend so far. You have to wake up. Like our friend Stardust says, some men are not meant to be woke up. I agree with you. And that's why we don't recruit. Everything that you see here with MGTOW, with Monk, with the philosophy is organic. Every bit of it. They find us. And that's why we will be here to be found. That's why we are currently cleaning out the manosphere, exposing all of the scumbags, the liars, the thieves, the charlatans, and protecting our discipline, gatekeeping our discipline. It certainly is not theirs. Psychosoap, because we stand on a bedrock of reality. Absolutely. Michael Guevara, the Inquisition, approves this message. Hey, thank you. Zool, dating is nothing but risk, wasting time, stress, and constantly devaluing box. I agree with you. Look, the two women that I stayed with long term, right? I enjoyed their company and I enjoyed their time. When the pussy gets a little bit looser, gets a little used up, it's okay because it's mine, right? It's mine. I've been there. I've been the one, and I get it. It's okay. So I'm willing to pay that price. I'm willing. How magnanimous of me is that I'm willing to sit there and entertain a trashed box? So I do that because I'm good like that. But don't think that you go come at me at 36 years old talking about, well, what do you think about this? I'll be like, nothing. See ya. Get the fuck out of here. Bitch. I just went and had me a gyro at Arby's. I didn't want one. Another one. No, you just done me dirty, bitch. Rachel Alucard, how can one rebut the truth with lies? They always do it with lies, except they rebrand it as the truth. That's why you have this cognitive dissonance all throughout the civilization now. That's why you have hundreds of millions of people that are detached and don't know which way to go, because you have a parallel set of facts, right? For the insane, which they are, they have facts that are indisputable to them. But you can deconstruct them. It's very easy. For us, if we know our shit, you cannot approach us. You cannot rebut us. You cannot deconstruct what we say. You can't. It's not possible to do. That's why you get a whole bunch of them with their fingers in their ears, la, 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 and they won't hear you. They just try to shout you down and move you out of the room because they don't have a rebuttal, because they just want it the way that they want it, irrespective of facts, irrespective of evidence, irrespective of consequences. They don't care about the society. They don't care about civilization. They don't care about moving generations forward. They don't care nothing about that. Nothing. They care about right fucking now and how good or bad they feel. And that's a direct consequence of generations of people not getting their ass beat when they fucked up. It's just what it is. 505 of y'all sitting here watching this old man Spurg have a partial aneurysm. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for being in here, gents. Some of those ladies that are in here. Appreciate you. Coiled Steel, MGTOW Monger. Look up DuckDuckGo. Cellco shit hit the fan. MGTOW Monger. Either get a doll, go monk, or get a passport. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. The most successful people that I know, me personally, over the last 7 or 8 years, have gotten a doll, gone monk, or got a passport. And the passport guys are starting to figure out that that's not a fix. It's temporary. So, got to work on it, man. Got to work on it. Gents, we're going to get to a piece right now with the Black Conservative. We're just about 1 hour into this. 509 of y'all still in the house. I appreciate you. Fortis King X waifu. Yes, a waifu. Of course you can get a waifu. You ain't got to get no 90-pound latex if you don't want to. Waifus will do just fine. I would say don't mess with P-Hub, but it's quick, it's easy, it's convenient. You get the baby batter out of your brain, you're thinking straight again. If you're doing it 10 times a day, you might have a problem. I'm just saying. We're going to take a look at a piece right now by Black Conservative, and Black Conservatives sitting there telling us mean tweets made this reporter break down in tears.
So we got to talk about a journalist who is going viral because she broke down in tears on camera over mean tweets. And that journalist that we're talking about is Taylor Lorenz, who claims that she is experiencing online harassment as a journalist. She's saying that she's getting a whole lot of messages that she doesn't like, okay? And this is really affecting her mentally. Now, I want to comment on this because being somebody that basically makes a living on the internet, I think I have some experience with this, and I kind of want to speak on it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll the clip of this journalist breaking down in tears over mean tweets. Take a look.
Of attacks have changed their lives and their work.
Okay, now, I want you to take a good look at this motherfucker. Does this look like a reporter to you? Or does this look like an activist that calls itself a reporter? You be the judge.
There's reporting that I know that I would like to do or that other journalists would like to do that we're not able to do because it's not safe enough.
Really? I mean, are you going into a war zone? Are you being shipped over to the Ukraine by chance? It's my understanding that if you go to Ukraine, sir, you might not get out. So be careful. Be careful. I understand reporting can be dangerous, especially if you fart, sneeze, and cough while you're taking a shit and you're writing a story at the same time. Very dangerous.
For us to do them.
And they're not alone.
This is after I did a report on an increase in the number of white supremacists running for office.
What would you think about, I don't know, the 70 or 80 million people that are out here right now that you call white supremacists? You call Hugh White supreme pizzas. And every time you throw that cliche, overused, don't mean shit now phrase out there, it's insulting, it's denigrating, it's harmful, and you know that. You know that. As a journalist, a quote-unquote journalist, do any of these motherfuckers look like a journalist to you? No. They're activists. They write fucking hit pieces to suit a narrative. It's what they do.
Condescending journalist, C-word, deserves a rope. Obviously, I'm a person of color. Obviously, there's a reference to a noose.
Oh, man. I'm a BIPOC. They misgender me. Every time somebody misgenders me, my butthole squishes. Oh, man, I want you to pay for my pads. I shouldn't have to pay for them.
Are you getting messages like these?
Yep. Hey, nice job on that story, you soulless effing. Then also you'll see there's many people that are tweeting, these are Taylor Lorenz's loved ones.
They have photos. Wow, these are all photos of your family members.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I will say, doxing people, their home address, their phone number, their family members, that's out of bounds. That's out of bounds. Can't be doing that. Now, if they do that shit to you, it's all on the table. It's all on the table. But I'll tell you one thing that they're not telling you right now. They will exercise this clause in defense of anything that they say and do when they do it to you, but they expect some sort of exemption when it's being done to them. You're a public figure, ma'am. You're a public figure. Just because you report for people, organizations, the Washington Post, ABC, whatever it is, doesn't mean you are exempt from criticism. If you expect to have a job where you get paid to criticize people, you are going to get the criticism thrown back in your face. And if that makes you feel a particular kind of way, McDonald's pays $15 an hour.
Children.
Yeah. They'll threaten children. They'll threaten my parents. I've had to remove every single social tie. I had severe PTSD.
I'm fucking offended by the severe PTSD thing. PTSD is the updated, modernized term for shell shock, which is reserved almost exclusively for people that have been in horrific incidences or war. If a goddamn tweet can give you severe PTSD, then you're soft as a fucking taco. And you need to go do something else. The whole world is not going to move 6 inches to the left because you feel like it should. Do something else. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. What an ironic thing to say. What an ironic statement.
From this, I contemplated suicide. It got really bad. You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life. And it's so isolating.
And terrifying.
It's horrifying.
I don't see no tears. Do you guys see any tears? I don't even see crocodile tears. I see a bad actor. Bad actor. This bitch missed the Academy Awards by a couple of days. Maybe somebody should have given her 5 across the eyes for this fucking performance.
I'm so sorry. It's overwhelming. It's really hard.
Yeah, so this journalist says she has PTSD from the things that random people send her on the internet. Now, I just want to say this up front, right? I don't condone any of those things. I think
You're right on. Diablo, Lord of Terror, says, damn, Hammer got called a terrorist and he didn't squeeze out no tears. Nah. Get fucking death threats all day long, every single day. Get people saying that they're going to dox me. I got your shit, Hammer. What you going to do now? Say, go ahead and release it because it's been out there for years. Doesn't mean anything. You just made my day again. I laugh at you. Ha, 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 ha. You bitch.
it's wrong when trolls on the internet try to dox people's families, send threats, do things that are intentionally harmful to try to harass people online. It is wrong and it should be condemned. Okay, and there's no excuses for it. I want to be very upfront about my stance on that. Okay, but with that being said,
we're going to jump in the chat here real quick, and I'm going to read this comment that just popped up that I actually like. Francesco Fergal, what happened to strong and empowered? I mean, look, how strong, brave, stunning, and independent are you when a fucking tweet can break your spirit? You see, this is what I say. These are the examples that I give of people like this. All three of those Fraggle Rock looking motherfuckers, all of them. Those are the people that are going to be bodied 24 hours after shit hits the fan. In the millions. They'll be stacked on the fucking street for weeks. Because that's what the culture is overloaded with. The only saving grace that this country has, with all of the weakness and all of the infirmed scumbags that are in this country, the only forgiving grace that we have is that it's spread all throughout powers in the world that could probably fuck us up. So now it's just a race to the bottom.
the irony here is that this person, Taylor Lorenz, has actually been accused of trying to destroy other people's lives, you know, as she's complaining about random people trying to destroy her life. Again, she's been accused of using her power and her position as a journalist to do the exact same thing that she's basically crying about right now. And in the past, Tucker Carlson has actually called her out about doing that, and her employer at the time, the New York Times, didn't really like that too much. Take a look.
That was called out by Fox News' Tucker Carlson about her International Women's Day plea to please make it about women like herself who are reporters online and who have made a career out of punching down. The Times puts out a statement. Incredibly. Let's put this up there on the screen. In a now familiar move, Tucker Carlson opened his show last night by attacking a journalist.
Let's make no mistake, gentlemen. I have no love for Tucker Carlson. Years ago, I called him Cucker Carlson because when he was talking to Dr. Helen Smith, and they were talking about when he was not on Fox, he was on another network that shall go unnamed. He was talking about how it's a man's responsibility to step up and do all of the traditional cocksucking things that they've always done. Women can be free. No man derives no truer satisfaction than stepping up and taking on the burden. That's easy to fucking say when you've got millions in the bank and you will never not have a safety net. That's easy to say, ain't it, Tucker Carlson? So don't think that I'm any friend of Tucker Carlson.
Calculated and a cruel tactic. And Crystal, their defense for why it was a calculated and cruel tactic is not a joke, is that Tucker said her full name 3 times, I believe, on the air. What is he supposed to do? Call her Taylor from the New York Times? Whenever you talk about somebody, you talk about their full name. This is the truth. They want zero accountability. And just to go over who Taylor Lorenz is, this is the person who falsely accused Mark Andreessen of using the R word on Clubhouse and then didn't apologize for 48 hours only after social media basically came after her and she locked her account.
How did we get to a position in society? I mean, I'll take an answer from anybody. How did we get to a position in society where all these Soylent Grin motherfuckers are going after each other? And then all the square jaws and the 6'5" are sitting around discussing it. You know, like it's a fucking battle match on MTV Claymation. I just don't get it, man. It's disgusting.
This is a person who went after Mr. Beast, yes, Mr. Beast of YouTube, for saying a bad word when he was 19 years old, or the Instagram girl with no job account, because her mom was a prominent anti-Muslim activist. Not her mom. And so, you know what? I have zero sympathy, which is that this is a person who's built her entire career out of hall monitor journalism. She's the one who wrote Unfettered Conversations, by the way, who has made it a career in order to try and destroy people who are beneath her and use her platform, and just can't take it whenever people rightfully criticize her journalism. So, and just the sheer narcissism to compare like online harassment to actual like treatment of the press. This is something friend of the show Glenn Greenwald pointed out. Let's put this up on the screen. Criticizing public figures, including influential journalists, is not harassment as abuse. This is coming from a man who has armed security guards and who the Brazilian government literally wants to throw in jail. Whenever she has experienced anything even close to that, then we can talk about journalist harassment. This is not even within the realm of all of this. And it just shows you the narcissism of the people who are at the very top.
It's not just narcissism. That's part of it. But it's also the way that people are held on to throughout their life, especially if their parents have actually succeeded somewhat and they're isolating these kids. These children and their identities are very insular. Very. So they're kept away from a lot of the barbs, the landmines, the tripwires in the world. Fucking things that go boom. You got to get caught by these every once in a while to have an appreciation for how the world really is. These people come out of their journalistic school, whatever it is that they go to, they get out here and it's like, what happened? It's not supposed to be like this. You raise these infirmed fucking babies. They're babies. They're 20 and 30 years old walking around like they're infants. And these are the ones that are trying to sue for what they quote unquote a better world. It's nothing of the kind. You were lied to.
Of our elite media institute.
Yeah, so this person, Taylor Lorenz, who's on camera crying about people saying mean things to her, okay, she's accusing those people of trying to destroy her life, has been accused of trying to destroy other people's lives. And not just those examples right there that were outlined in that video clip I showed you guys. There's also other examples on the internet of people who have come out and said that, yeah, this person has ran hit pieces about me and used her power and position as a prominent journalist to try to ruin their lives. Okay, and I again just find it ironic how the alleged bully is crying about being bullied. Okay, and I hope that this person doesn't accuse me of bullying for making this video. But with that being said, here's what I want to say. The whole point of me making this video is to say this. When you're an online figure, right? When you are a public figure, when you put yourself out there on the internet, whether that is a journalist, a political commentator, a social media figure, whoever, when you put yourself out there to the public, it ain't got to be on the internet. It can be on TV. It can be in a lot of places. People are going to say mean things about you. People are going to make threats towards you. People are going to say things that are not going to make you feel good. Okay. However, as long as those things stay on the internet and they don't actually really affect you in real life, right? In regards to your family, your personal life at home or whatever, you can't let it bother you too much, right? You got to have thicker skin than this, okay? When you're signing up to be a journalist, you're signing up for people to say things that are bad about you because they're not going to like the things that you talk about or your opinions, okay? Or the stories that you cover. That's just the reality of the situation, okay? That's the reality that I'm facing, okay? As somebody who has almost over 350,000 subscribers, I never imagined a day in my life where I would have 350,000 people who have signed up to listen to what I have to say, okay? But when I started making YouTube videos, even though I never imagined my channel growing to this size, I had to accept the reality that if it did happen, okay, if one of my videos went viral or, I said something that somebody doesn't like, that there are going to be comments that are critical of the things that I say or that are mean or even threatening towards me. I have to accept that that is the reality of what happens when you sign up for this job.
He's not wrong. He's absolutely correct about all of that. And that was a long-winded statement. I'm sorry I let it go that long, but it is what it is, and he's not wrong. You have to have a thicker skin. You have to be able to detach yourself from those types of criticism, but you also have to have the ability to discern whether or not it's justified, whether it's deserved or not, whether they might have a point, maybe even half a point. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes it's not. That's just the atmosphere that we live in today, gentlemen. Just the atmosphere that we live in today. Tell you what, saw Mr. Hate Vicious. I did not know Mr. Hate Vicious's channel was giggity gone. So sorry about that, brother. I understand that you got it back. Cool. If you guys want to holler, there's the link. You can come on. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that one. And well, that's it, man. Molly Qerim is a typical feminist in my mind. That's just what she is. And she will do anything and everything to try to push down any man that has a sexual complaint against him. Evidence doesn't mean anything because you're supposed to have a certain amount of convictions, right? I mean, we have a quota, even if it's justified or not. That's the way that these people think. The folks on the entertainment end, like the people that talk about Lucasfilm all the time, that talk about Disney all the time, thinking that this is going to change. This is not going to change. It's not going to change. They have taken these properties. They've taken these IPs. They are ruining them in my mind, probably in yours, and what do you have to show for? They don't care. They don't give two shits what you think about it. It's where they want to take these properties. It's what they want to do with these properties. Abandon the properties. Get rid of them. At some point in time, fellas, you're going to have to make up your mind if you want entertainment that is good, that doesn't have a brand name on it, or no entertainment. I pretty much only watch the stuff that was back before 2000, 2010, right around there. I don't watch anything coming up forward today. It's very rare. I mean, I used to still, up to recently, go see movies and stuff. I'm not even doing that no more. I'll send my son in and I'll go have lunch and then I'll come back and get him from the theater. Stuff like that. Something like that. I'm not wasting my time on it anymore because it's just a waste of time. I know what it's going to be. Welcome to the stream, Success Pool Endeavors. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, Hammer. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. What's going on, Master Wrench?
Yeah, I saw you on Drexel's stream last night. Great job.
That was a fun stream. I saw you too.
Yeah, Base Chris was actually giving you some props on his stream last night after all of that was all said and done.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, he's got a couple of great channels, but anyways, no, everything about this whole terrorism thing, this is just insane because they're trying to equate your face to this, and it's like this has absolutely no basis in fact. They have no type of source that they can actually, place the material to this. So it's like this is nothing more than an opinion piece, and therefore this is purely libel. If
it's an irresponsible hit piece.
That's exactly what it is.
It's incredibly irresponsible to sit there and talk about murder, death, rape, hate, and misogyny, and you've got me and 21 Studios sitting there fronting that entire thing.
Yeah, they've got they've got the crosshairs aimed straight at both of you. So it's like, yeah, this is irresponsible to the nth degree. So I just don't understand that. So it's like, why would you do this?
Because there haven't been any consequences for them up to this point, and most people would not take action against it. I'm not most people. Let me welcome to the show, Psychosoap. Soap!
Do-do-do!
He must bring the ruckus to all you. Hey, fellas.
What's up, man?
Happy Saturday.
Hey, happy Saturday.
Oh, man.
So what's your opinion on this, sir? Does having some prominent MGTOW and red pillars, I guess 21 Studios are red pillars, featured in a fucking hit article, what does that do for you?
Only harkens me back to the time that Big John was in the crosshairs and some other MGTOW fella. This shit is only 2.0 of that. Here we go again, same old shit again. They may have the crosshairs on you, my man, or on you, SCE, or on you, 21, or on me and myself. But there's gonna be a lot of heads for them to shoot, and it's gonna be very difficult for folks like that to get at us. Like I said earlier before in the chat, we stand on a bedrock of reality, man, for real.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
We've said for years to hold the line. I say, we do more than that. We don't just hold the line, we fold their line.
Yeah, man, we're just going to push them back. And you have to push back on stuff like this. The win, lose, or draw. You have to push back on stuff like this.
Now, DeShaun Watson and on that thing, mediocre quarterback. Yeah, I'm into football a lot. But him going to the Browns, not the best idea, but it's over there. Kind of fucking over the Baker Mayfield that's already over there in that situation, and shit, that sucks. Used to be from Oklahoma, and I like the Sooners. That's my team and whatnot. But aside from all that, he's going to still get to keep his money. This chick is mad. The hoe's mad. She gonna keep on doing the damn, the flapping her gums and letting sound come out. But at the end of the damn day, DeShaun won that. They totally forgot about Brian Banks, by the way. He's a guy that couldn't even get it started, let alone have a career a few years, and then boom, this type of thing happens.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So questions, comments, concerns, Soap?
Well, shit, later on here, I'm going to be live after you with some of them damn things that make you go. And we going to be in the bucket, still bringing the ruckus. And then later on tonight, I think WrestleMania's on. So,
is it? I did not even know.
Hidden MGTOW and Money AD, True Sherm, and all of them are going to have a watch party here on YouTube. I may find the link as to where
you're doing all this, because Black Wolf and I are planning on streaming later too, and we were going to be talking about this whole teriyaki-ism thing going on. We're going to be specifically talking about Hammerhand and the way that this is affecting the entire MGTOW community as a group.
Yeah, I must admit it is kind of a, a stain on the shirt of us, but you know what I'm saying? We got the Psyche soap to wash that shit.
All right, so
I'm
I got
out,
a couple of people
fellas. Much
stacking up,
love.
man.
Let me get on out of here, brother.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. And let's welcome to the stream Sigma
All right,
Rodan.
all
Sigma,
right.
what's up, homie?
All right, what up? What up, fellow Sky Titans? What up, Hammerhead?
What's up, sir?
Anyway, I'm looking at the video, and judging by what's been going on with you, I hope you protect yourself. I mean,
I got that covered.
I remember what happened with 2 years ago when Susan struck down your channel, and I said some very heated words.
Which one?
Yeah.
I said some very heated words to her, and right before the week of the election and right before Halloween, she took my original channel down, and that's why you see me on this. Basically, what I was doing was holding the line because of what happened. Was it obnoxious and silly? Probably. But was I holding the line for my fellow MGTOW brother? Yes.
Yes, sir.
But also,
much appreciation. As always, brother, as always. Kill him with kindness.
But also, one of the things that I've just been peddling around is not only with the false accusations from the broads, but just from the past 2 years of what has happened to this country with the whole COVID thing. I've been thinking about it even with what happened with Star Wars. It's like, how is what happened there any different from what the Empire and First Order has done? I mean, you've seen how the way they operate, right?
If you're just drawing a parallel between that story and what's going on here in real life, there's not a hell of a lot of difference, is there?
Nope.
Not a hell of a lot of difference. So comments, questions, concerns, brother?
I ain't got any concerns. I just hope a lot of us can protect ourselves from what's coming.
I hope so too.
But anyway, I'm going to get off here. Figure I'd talk with you guys for a little bit. What up, Success Pool?
Sigma Rodan, how you doing, bud?
I am doing good. I am doing good. Anyway,
awesome.
I'm going to be getting off. I figure I'd talk with you guys for a quick few minutes. Hope you guys have a good Saturday. Peace out.
Appreciate you, brother. Peace.
Yep. Thank you.
Cool. Let's get that one out of there. All right. And we'll wait just 1 second. So comments, questions, concerns, Mr. SCE?
Yeah, I think that, you mentioned Brian Bakes just a minute ago, and then, his story isn't being told often enough. And then you hear all these stories about these women that just, go absolutely crazy because, all that they're seeing is they're just seeing a paycheck.
Yeah.
That's it's nothing more than that. And it's like, here you've got a guy whose career was completely ruined before it ever had a chance to start. And then you have these other guys that actually do make it in, and yet, all that they see is a paycheck. They don't see the person. And it's like, what we try to tell people is, you need to master your own biology. Otherwise, your own biology will master you. Like, Lana MGTOW says, you got to master your lockout game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Protect
absolutely.
yourself and walk away.
Give them nothing. It's not a statement of hate. It's not pushing them away just because they're females. It's because they are, in my opinion, they're just weaponized beyond any reasonable extent to expect anything other than a bad outcome, a bad result. So,
well, as a closing statement, I will just say that MGTOW is self-preservation. That's the core value of it right there.
Agreed. 100%. 100%.
Well, Hammerhand, have you a good weekend.
Brother, I sure will, man. Enjoy your Saturday. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you, sir.
Peace. Man, let me get in the chat real quick. I see you guys backstage. Hang tight. I'll get right with you. Free man, biology is a bitch for them. R Vero, my paycheck goes to me. Just look around, homie. Same here. Schlitz malt liquor. I often tell my children, say nothing to cops, ask for an attorney, and ask for me. Nothing good comes from talking to the cops, and you're not obligated to either. Not one bit. Parliament Strifey. Bitcoin is a fine concept, but needs something with some portability worldwide. Well, it's got portability worldwide. So, yeah, it's a pretty damn good concept. What Welcome to the stream, Pooping While Standing. What's up, Poopin'? How you doing? Poopin', are you there?
What's up, brother?
What's up, homie? How you doing?
I'm good, man. No, I think we're reaching a duplicity in male-female nature today, where men are, there is no actual winning, even if you use the emotional aspect, logic, or quote unquote political correctness reasoning. With Leah Thomas, they turn that around to say that you're not you're not you don't have the ability in which to understand how another person
you
feels.
can't comment on it because you ain't that, right?
Exactly. It's like you're a male, first of all. But I'm like, well, wait a minute. How do you know identify as a male?
You know what the equivalent of that is I can't comment on the burglar that just broke into my house because I ain't that.
Exactly. I'm
You know
not a
what I'm
thug.
saying?
I don't rob people, so therefore I don't have the right in which to judge. His
You
actions.
take that nonsense and stick it right up your ass. Not you personally, but anybody that's espousing that shit. I don't listen to crap like that. And those are people that don't have an argument. Those are people that are just stuck ideologically. They're sitting there just swimming in that fucking soup, and they don't know what to do, and they don't know how to get out of it. They don't know how to break away from the group mentality.
Exactly. Hive mind,
they can't think
at
for themselves.
best, they will then goal shift that to something that is a non sequitur in order to substantiate how they feel. By the way, not a big fan of Lauren Southern. I think that she's a chameleon.
No fan of Lauren Southern.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. But she had a live stream last night with these two soy boys. You talk about circular logic. I literally want to put my 45. 1911 in my it was so and then the other person, I would love to hook you up with Janice Fiamingo. Do you know who she is?
Yeah, but I'd have to do it on her cast because I don't platform females.
Okay. I
know who she is.
Okay.
She seems like a reasonable woman. It was just like when Sydney had what's her face on. I cannot remember her name.
Yeah, she a brunette. Here, well,
no.
Find it.
She's over there in Australia, actually with Sydney MGTOW, and he had her on, and that was great and everything. But females have all of this access to every fucking thing, and we have very, very, very little. So I don't wrench them, I don't give them authority here, and I don't platform them. But I will participate in other streams where they're there, so that the talking can be done.
That's smart. So, hey, questions, comments, and concerns.
Sir.
All right. So, we're pretty much the same age. I'm 52. I think you're 49.
No.
Well,
that's all right though.
Are you? So, I do question. I wonder how we can get to the point where women start listening to men instead of waiting for maybe another 5 or 10 years until they realize what they decided on doesn't work. Like they will be more happy. Like how,
there it goes.
I'm a very principled person as you are. How do we get them to go, what you've been told, what you've been led to believe? You don't.
It's just like when people say that we recruit young men and twist them. We don't. And you don't do that with them either.
Keep the door open.
They have so much power at their disposal, and they've convinced themselves that they have nothing, that they're being oppressed. They have to come to the conclusion themselves. Hopefully, they come to that conclusion while they still have some youth and some beauty, and they can offer their fertility for a marriage. Hopefully. But if they ain't got that at the end of it when they discover things, sorry about your luck.
Yeah. No.
That's just the way it is. So Bettina Arndt was the name I was trying to think of.
Michael, Bettina, yes.
Bettina
and
Arndt.
Aaron Pizzi. Like this is
yes,
one.
And Aaron Pizzi.
I would welcome women that are like first or third wave feminists. Go back and look at what she went through, how her whole organization was undermined and taken away from her because she woke up and realized the narrative. Anyway.
Yes.
Hammer, enjoyed it, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Continue on.
Thank you. Thanks for popping on. All right, man. I have a couple of special guests here. Uh-oh, one of them tapped out. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Maybe he'll be back. But in the meantime, Warbander, Sir Yeetus.
What's going on, Hammerhand?
Zero, sir. How you doing, man? How's the Warband holding up?
Oh, we're doing phenomenal. We've been going out and pretty much bounty hunting on these so-called POA roaches and chameleons and etc. It's been pretty hilarious. It's been pretty fun. Yesterday I was doing my 6,000 subscriber stream.
Happy 6,000, brother. Happy 6,000.
Well, thank you. I'm definitely going to aim for 10,000 within a few months.
You should aim for the sky, bro.
Yeah, believe me, I'll be very shocked if I make it to like 100,000 subs or more. But did you watch the debate between Under Chronic and that one racist asshole?
No, I haven't seen it. Did it happen in the last day or so?
It happened yesterday. I had to cut my live stream early because Under Chronic, I guess the time got changed, so Under Chronic had to make his live stream earlier. And oh my God, you would have had a field day if you were in that live stream. Wow.
Right. Well, hold on 1 second. Holy shit. What is this? A second Warbander. Welcome, Rishi. What's going on?
Rishi.
Yo, what's up?
Going on?
So what's up, Rishi? What's up?
Nothing much, man. Just hanging out.
Sitting there
Just
being a
watch the
mushroom
stream.
tip.
Yep.
Don't be a mushroom tip, Rishi.
Don't touch my tip, all right?
I'll just put the tip in. No, you won't, bitch. I know what you're trying to do.
Get away from me.
Yeah, get away from me. So what's up, Yeetus, man? So you got the 6,000 special thing going, and now you have a crazy racist. Was it a white crazy racist or a black crazy racist?
Black, actually.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, cool. I'll have to check that out.
And he didn't even know I was black. I'm like, bro, you're literally talking out of your ass. Straw manning Under Chronic every 2 sentences. Like, you have you ever? Oh, I'm sure you have.
It wasn't that one that he had like the tail end of the previous live stream, Infinity Fire or something like that.
He was on before.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Village
so somebody
Arsonist.
else. Oh, Village Arsonist, yeah. You know, he actually seemed somewhat reasonable in some points, but he's so indoctrinated. You know, it just clouds his judgment. I think if he had half a chance.
You people. I'm like, what do you mean, you people? Why do you keep saying that?
Yeah, he just sees like groups. He doesn't like get that.
Yeah, he's heavily indoctrinated. I think if he had half a chance to get out from under that shit and really start to see things clearly, that he could be very decent to himself. You know, not to mention the overall good out there, because that's what folks rely on, man, is people willingly taking their opinions as facts, that unmutable facts that can't be changed.
And I told Chronic last night, if he would have actually found out that I was from the African descent, he would have went Super Saiyan 3 racist on me, because they don't want, nobody wants to talk about it, but I've dealt with a lot more racism from my own black community than any other ethnic group.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to they don't want to admit it, but it happens literally all the time. The fact that I know bigger words, I'm betraying my own race. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah. Can you believe that kind of logic, man? You know, that kind of logic is well, it's not logic, but it's the talking points of some minorities, not all, but some minorities, and it's motherfucking absurd. Never heard anything like it. You're talking white. I have people tell me this, man, you sound black. You're talking black. What's wrong with you? Do you hate your race? You know, what? I'm just talking.
Right.
You know,
this is just how I talk.
just talking. You know, what are you supposed to do with that? I don't understand what you're supposed to do with that. So
exactly. And once again, me growing up as a black man that has very decent education, I guess I want to be one of those white folks that want to go to college and actually do something good for myself, like the crabs in a bucket mentality. And all the girls want to clown the nerdy black dudes that that has good grades or watch anime. But
Yeah,
now
they don't want him.
yeah, and now that we're doing good things in our lives, and they let themselves get pregnant by Pookie and Ray Ray on the corner, now all of a sudden, you don't care about black women. You don't protect us.
Come on, get back to the community.
I'm like, nope.
Oh my
I am
God.
good.
So, what are you doing later on today there, Yedis?
Oh, I will definitely be continuing my 6,000 subscriber stream. I just had to end it because I thought that the debate was going to be great, but the black dude. Oh, speaking of the debate, what's his name again, Rishi?
The village arsonist.
Yeah, he called his own people monkeys.
Oh, I heard that part. I was driving down the road and I started laughing my ass off when he said that. Yeah, I was listening to that while I was on the road the other day.
I was like, your entire
you were like, wait. Let's back up a second. Did you just call your own people monkeys? And he's like, well, yeah, man. What would you call them? He's like, you called them monkeys? Like,
I'm like, how about criminals? How about
how about fucking
felons?
criminals, the malformed? How about people that break fucking laws? People that can't. Not that I'm the biggest fan of what law is today, but people that can't live inside of what we've got until we can change it or do away with it. You know, and I'm not talking about trying to eat or sleep or not freeze to death in the fucking winter so you steal some fucking heat. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about beating somebody over the fucking head to get some racial justice. That's just, it's horse shit.
Yeah,
it's just a way to enable violent, nasty people that want to do violent, nasty shit to other people. You know, that's what they do.
What'd you say, Rishi?
It's playing the knockout game.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible.
But,
it's still pretty terrible. It's still going on.
Yeah, when it comes.
So, all right, Yedis.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, nothing, man. I was just saying I'll catch you over there. I got somebody waiting that I want to try to pop in here. He's been here for a minute.
Well, I'll let you guys know that it's either going to be this stream or the next stream. Everything's going to be changing. You guys are still going to see this cool gift. This is not going to go away. But
cool.
My entire live stream platform will be changing today or tomorrow. You guys are going to be loving this new platform. All thanks to the Warband and anybody else, like Hammer Hand fans, all you guys definitely motivated me, and I already bought new equipment yesterday.
Thanks,
because
that's good.
Yeah, based on your situation with the mainstream news.
Oh yeah,
now I am 1,000,000% dedicated on making this content, because now I guess there are pretty much declaring war on men that just want to be alone and do their own thing.
They just want to try to push you around and move you and pigeonhole you in, and until somebody jumps up and slaps them in the mouth, pardon the pun, by the way, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. So they didn't see it coming with the Covington kids. They didn't see it coming with Rittenhouse, and they're not going to see it with myself or 21 Studios. They don't believe it until it's going to happen, until they get served. So
yeah, I was beyond pissed off. Like I was raging. I guess I could say that I was raging because I'm like,
good.
That's not even his channel.
Yeah, not even my channel. But it's not a problem to put my face on a statement like they're misogynist murderers. They contribute to hatred. They can't stand misogyny now today. In case anybody has any question about what misogyny is, it's girl X says something and you say, no, I don't believe that. That's misogyny to them.
Yeah.
I got a mean tweet. Oh, that's misogyny. Oh, that cockroach over there don't like me. That's misogyny. That's what these people say. Anything that disagrees with their worldview or makes them feel uncomfortable is immediately justifiable by trying to paintbrush the fuck out of people and call them all sorts of heinous shit, associate them with heinous shit, myself, 21 Studios, and put our personal safety at risk.
Yeah, let's
You
just
blast
say
my face out to millions of fucking people, and tell them that I'm that guy. You don't think that there's not a crazy leftist out there that wouldn't try to pop me? Of course there is. Lots of them.
Yeah, I would be beyond annoyed if I was in your shoes. I'm saying it nicely. I'm saying it
Oh,
nicely.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I won't blame you if you sue them to fucking oblivion for that, because holy
We're looking
crap.
at it. We're
Really?
looking at it. Yep.
Like, and they really can't. Well, I don't know if they're. Well, I'm sure they know that they're really putting you at risk. So
They know. Of course they know. Of course they know. You see this repeated time and time again. Anyways, Yeetus, I got to get this fella in here, man. I've been holding on to him for a while here.
no problem, man. I'll see you guys in 2 hours if you're gonna visit my stream. Thank
All
you
right,
very
brother.
much,
Thank
man, for having me on. Thank you.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you. Congratulations.
Peace.
Peace. Oh, man. We're going to add to the stream Cyberscape. What's up, Cyberscape? Sorry about the wait, bro.
Yo.
What's going
How's
on,
it going,
sir?
brother?
It's going,
Good to
man. How
hear.
you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Oh, why, Hammer? Why do you hate women?
Oh, man. Oh, I can't explain it, homie. I don't know.
Why you a teriyaki-ist? Oh, nose.
Oh,
Dude.
you can say it, man. You ain't got to cover it up. Just terrorist. Say it. Because they
Yeah,
said
terrorist.
it. They
Yeah,
fucking said it, so go ahead.
And that was CBS, the cunt broadcasting system?
CBC. It was Global News through their parent company, Circus. Through their parent company,
CBC?
Circus. Yeah, I believe it was
cock
CBC.
and ball chafing? Cock and ball chafing? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, damn. Well, I did. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. When I saw it, it showed you with 21 Studios. Did they put Hammerhand in there? I don't think I saw that. I just saw your face. Is that right?
Yeah. It was a compilation video that turned up.
That's at least a little bit good that they didn't do that. But still, I mean, your face up there. Let me ask you, have you gone to your employer and let them know about this?
No. I don't trouble my employer with anything like that.
Yeah.
So until it actually becomes a thing, I got to speak to somebody on Monday to see what's going on there, to see how viable it is to process and serve them. And then we'll see what's going on there. And I haven't said it out loud, but I might as well. If we can get 21 Studios to co-sign it, then we kind of tag team them a little bit. And I'm not speaking for Anthony or 21 Studios. That's just a thought on my mind there. So I don't know how that's going to go, but you cannot put up with that kind of shit. You can't take that kind of shit, and you can't be associated with that kind of stuff when you're not that stuff.
Hell no, man. I do to them what Rogan wouldn't do to CNN. Remember Joe Rogan a while? It was just a while ago.
Yeah. He should have sued them over that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the fuck you money to do it, and I'm like, dude, sue him. It's CNN. Sue them.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I'm like, okay, you little.
He should have sued the shit out of them. I mean, I understand why he didn't do it and why he didn't go through the process. I get it because he's already loaded, you know.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that if people keep letting them off the hook with things like that, there's no incentive to not stop doing it.
I'd be like with Joe Rogan. I'd be like, sue him for $10 just to make the point. Make the point. I mean,
you sue him for $10 million. You know.
Now you, Hammer, you need to sue him so you can get you a couple of really good work tables there, man. Really nice work tables. You know what I mean?
Good work tables here. Good work tables here.
Get ones that are gold plated. You know what I mean?
I'm not extravagant. I don't need that. So
I hear you.
Comments, questions, concerns, brother.
Well, by the way, shout out to Rishi there. Hello, sir.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, good. I seen you on a couple of Chronic streams, and hadn't been able to say hello to you yet. And shout out to Sir Yeetus that I missed there. But questions, concerns. A quick one I wanted to ask that you showed a while back on your work table there a couple of anime figurines.
Yes, sir.
Did you print those or did you buy those somewhere?
Oh, no. I bought those. They're sitting over here to my right. I bought those.
I hate to bug you. When you get a chance, can you put a link to that in the stream or something? Or did you do that
to where you can get them?
Yeah, to where you can get them.
Yeah,
those look pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty neat, man. They're either, I think they're 6 scale. They're 6 scale.
Yeah,
they're 6 scale. So
because when I did a quick search and it just brought me to eBay with those weird little bendable figurines, and I was like, nah. Those look pretty cool.
Keep doing, if you just go on a rudimentary search, you'll be able to pull them up. But you got to kind of look a little bit, just dig a little bit. But yeah, man, I'll find them and I'll stick them in the community tab later on.
Yeah. Whenever whenever you get a chance, because I might look into getting a couple of those. Those look pretty cool.
They're pretty nice, man. They're cool to look at. They're nice, awesome decor, and in my opinion, just like a woman should be.
Yeah, and you paint them just like a model, right? Just like a regular.
No, they come that way.
Okay, but do they come painted or?
They come molded in color with all of their gear and shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You don't have to do anything except take it out of the package.
Oh, okay. I thought you could assemble them or something.
They are. You do have to assemble them.
Okay, I got you.
But they lock together, sort of, kind of. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had one that was a Frankenstein like that.
Neat. Never saw that.
I mean, back in the 70s, it was like Frankenstein busting through a wall or something. It was pretty cool.
Sweet. Well, these aren't styrene. They're like an ABS, like plastic. They're resin.
Yeah. Oh, okay. More like resin. I got you.
Yeah. Very cool shit.
Well, cool. Yeah. And by the way, awesome drawings. I didn't know you could do those.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that quite a bit.
I didn't know you could draw. I mean, that's awesome.
I've spent a lifetime cultivating my hobbies, my likes, my interests.
Yeah.
If you get around to the American Open Wheel Racing channel, which I don't have a hell of a lot of subs on it yet, but you can still find it. I've got photo compilations of photos that I've taken for certain races. Hopefully, with any luck, I'll be doing it again this year. And photography is another one of my things, especially with speed. I love speed photography.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. We got a lot of parallels. I mean, I'm into modeling and all that. Well, I collect Lego and
Sweet.
Love it. I get the expensive ones. I recently put together the Imperial Death Star, not the Death Star, but the Imperial Cruiser thing. It's like 4 feet long.
The Star Destroyer?
Yeah.
Star Destroyer. Yeah.
Massive. Yeah.
That big
I was thinking about
thing,
I was thinking about getting the Falcon for my son this Christmas. But I don't know if his interest in Lego is waning or not, and considering it's like fucking 40 pounds, it's like a $700 fucking deal. So that's a lot. It's a lot.
That's expensive. I mean, it's something can you imagine having a girlfriend and spending that kind of money on a box of plastic?
Well, yeah, if you're going to spend $700 there, you might as well get yourself, $1,400, because she's going to want some Manolo Blancs or some shit like that, So
or a Gucci bag, and I'm like, no, here's the grocery bag.
Go to the kitchen.
My favorite Kevin Samuels Gucci bag. You get a grocery bag.
ain't no fucking shit, man. Yeah. Like I'll say that about Kevin Samuels. He drops a shit ton of red pills, but he's still the bluest of the blue pill.
He's blue pilled as shit, but he says some funny stuff that I watch him for comedy. I don't take him serious.
Guys like him indirectly lead to guys like us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when people want that uncut shit, this is where they stay.
Yeah, well, he is a door opener in a way,
Yeah,
so
I agree with you big time.
Because I know guys that if I sent them to you, they would run screaming. So I'm like, check out Kevin Samuels first.
Yeah, you don't. Unless folks have some familiarity, you don't want to send them straight to somebody like me or somebody like Chronic.
Oh yeah, you guys will scare them to hell out of them.
You just want to warm them up a little bit because it sounds very cold and it sounds very cruel.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to get your head into the space that this is the environment that you actually live in, not the one that's been pulled over your eyes.
Exactly. Yep. Well, I don't want to hold up any other people you got in the backstage.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on, bro.
And hey, I appreciate the shout out on here. Thanks a lot. And you keep up the good work and good luck with that case, man.
Thank you, sir. I'll keep you abreast of it. Peace.
Absolutely. I'll check in with you again. Take care, man.
Peace, bro.
You betcha.
What's up, Reese?
Yep. With that, I think I'll bounce too.
All right,
good
my man.
talking to you again.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Richie. Thanks for stopping by, man.
I'll definitely finish that MGTOW Commander piece I got working on.
Get it.
But here's the
I can't
thing.
wait to see it.
We need a Destro. We need a Baroness.
And you know I'm not like a commander type, man. I'm like a That's kind of where I'm at, man. Is yeah.
Well,
but I still want to see it though.
For sure. All right. Peace out, Hammer.
Peace, bro. Thank you. Man, and it's just us again. Let me get in the chat real quick. Grow the farm up. Question Hammer. You watching a few quartering vids? Jeremy has some good stuff. Don't follow every vid he does. But he seems to be a friend to the space. I think he could be, but I think we kind of provide him with material when it comes to unearthing folks like John Goldman, John Anthony Lifestyle, Donovan Sharp, that's easy content. And those videos did enormous numbers, huge fucking numbers. And it just is what it is. If you ain't what you say you are, eventually you're going to get turned out. Eventually. So if you jump into this space, or any space for that matter, make sure it's 100% you. If it's 5 subs or 5 million subs, make sure it's you. Don't get a big head about what's going on out here. Be happy, be grateful that you have somebody watching, that people pay attention, that you've got things that you can do now. That's an awesome thing, right? But don't let it go to your head. It's not your life, man. Your life is on the other side of this camera. This isn't your life. Psychosoap, get Nick Rekieta on it. I don't know if Nick would do it or not. There's not a lot of people that want to be seen next to me or next to a MGTOW, a man, a monk. They just don't want to be seen next to us simply because we bring a lot of heat. You get banned almost everywhere you go. You get censored everywhere that you go. You can't even mention this shit when it comes to females, right? Well, y'all can't. I can. I ignore them. I don't listen to what they have to say. I don't observe your rules. Fuck you and your rules. All I see is a bunch of homies out here dying. A bunch of men living under fucking bridges. That's what I see. I see workplace deaths, 95%. Military deaths, 97%. Homeless, 86%. Single mother homes, over 80%. That's what I see. And I'm not going to stop talking about it. Get down to the bottom here real quick. Say what's up. Rachel Alucard. I think Nick would be fine with it. I don't know. MGTOW Monger Nick might get into it. He is seen next to Drex all the time. Russell Bodie at Sifu Black Irish. I like that saying and resonate with it. Lion Man at MGTOW Monger. Men love, women use men for resources. Oh, yes. Rachel Alucard. He and Drex on talking about take women's rights away. I hadn't seen that one. You don't have to take their human rights away. Voting is not a human right. You see, you will get that equation all the time. Voting is not a human right. We stepped up and said, hey, we will sacrifice ourselves. We will give our blood. When you say charge, we're voting for who's saying charge. That system has become utterly and totally corrupt. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Doesn't mean anything. It's clear that it's corrupt. The only people that ever bought into this shit, especially in the last 10 years, are the people that are on the far, far fringes of wherever. You got to remember, man, you're talking about the same coin. It's two sides of the same coin. And then all of the other motherfuckers are just floating around there in between somewhere. Fat Andy, reach out to Nick. He has great references. I'll give him a shot. Seem to be getting a lot of stuff here. So Success Pool Endeavors repealed the 19th. Repeal the 19th. You will go a long ways towards correcting a lot of these problems, especially our policy problems, our entitlement problems, absolutely rifling through men's wallets problems. You correct those things, disincentivize divorce. Okay, if it wasn't as easy as a pen stroke to get divorced, people wouldn't be doing it in the numbers that they're doing it. Is there a future for couples? I don't know. I don't know. Is there a future for having babies? I don't know. White people going extinct? I don't know. All I know is that all of the above, the indicators are yes. And there are reasons for that, and they're not organic. They're not natural. You know it just like I know it. Tim Elgato at Michael, still a brother to me. Ducati lover, get fucked. No, but thank you. Stopped doing that a long time ago. Lion Man, stay away from LawTube. LawTube, huh? Zockton Nazanki, I'm in that spectrum, yo. D-Man 50 at Tim Elgato. I know you will. I wish blessings for you. Try to find something to brighten your day. A hammer stream, good rest, and hot dinner. Ride in that Nova if you're able. Man, is it a Rally Nova by chance? Is it a Rally Nova? Fat Andy Hammerhand, Nick can refer you to a lawyer who can help. All right, gang, I'll give Nick a shot and we'll see what happens. A Manly Reloaded at Tito also found turd flinging monkeys. They always aim for the females. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, ain't that something? Win mastery. Give evil people enough power and they start showing their true colors in full detail. In 4K. They sure do. They sure do. Success pool endeavors, black and white, are going extinct. Feminism has destroyed the world's society. Well, they didn't do it by themselves. They didn't do it by themselves. They couldn't have gotten to where they got without a big boost, without a lot of help, without co-opting other things that were happening around the same time, like the civil rights movement. You know, the push for Black Americans to stand on equal footing. They couldn't have done it without stuff like that. But they were vicious enough and disgusting enough to run in there, co-opt it, and as soon as they got to head the class, they cast them off. And you see exactly what happened to the black community. Where's the black community now today? It's in the toilet. It's in the fucking toilet. 63% of the white community is right behind them, circling in the same drain. Zool, they're trying to grow humans instead. Relationships won't serve any purpose. You know, a few years ago, I would have called that a ludicrous idea, except it's not. It's not. Ducati lover, we get fucked. Oh, we get fucked in family courts. Okay, cool, man. You can understand why I misunderstood the other one. John Gorska, mucho el abante o el Cheetos. Did you really have to do that? Michael Guevara, artificial wombs are in their last stages of development. I'm telling y'all right now that the artificial womb, colloquially known as the artificial womb, has been around for 50 years. The oldest test tube babies are in their middle and late 40s. It's going to be the way that a large portion of humanity goes. But the artificial womb that you're thinking of is going to be a commercial property. See? Where you go get milked by something and it delivers you a baby. You're a single dad. No bitch wants to touch you. Your money's not fat. Whatever the excuse is that they give you because they're morons. Go get you an artificial womb. Get you a baby. Have the family that you want. It's not going to be the easiest thing raising kids by yourself. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. But the way that humanity here is going, we'll be lucky to see another couple of centuries. the way that it's accelerated in the last 7 years, 8 years. You could not have been 7 or 8 years ago and be like, yeah, it's going to be right here, right now. I'm afraid not. So if we see the next century and the century after that, I think that will be some divinity. I really do. Because on our own, not me, not you, but the folks out here that seem to have the most sway, they're just letting it go. So if that's what happens, that's what happens. 520 of y'all in the house, man. 2 hours and 6 minutes. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. Homeless. Sorry. Fortis King X. Homelessness taught me a lot of skills and makes you mentally changed. Gives you fortitude. It certainly will put you on your toes. Hard to sleep when you're homeless. Hard to get food when you're homeless. I used to go to daily labor and get my $25 a day when I was homeless. One of the times that I was homeless. It hasn't been an easy life. Yet here I sit. Life's okay now. Those things, those hard things that I will get to in the series that I started, Trials, they make you, man. They can break you too. They can break you too. I can't even come close to telling you that there weren't times where I thought it was just okay. Just lay down, disappear, go away. You know, this ain't worth it no more. And then I woke up. And here we are. And life is pretty okay. And all of that has steeled me. It has prepared me for, if all of this goes away again, I can still live. I can still make it. My life is not rooted in material substance. This is comfort for my eyes. Nothing else. Nothing else. It serves no other purpose. You know, it's just something up here. Ah, you motherfucker, get out of here. Devlin McBain, damn, Hammer, I'm glad you made it here with us. I am too. When I get into that series and I start giving you gentlemen the business and I start telling you where I came from and where I've made it from, hopefully that will give you some inspiration to see yourselves, if you're in the same or similar situations. It's not impossible, man. It's not impossible. You have to have some determination. You have to shorten your focus, like really shorten your focus to existing for the next hour, 3 hours, 10 hours. I mean, that's what it takes. In my experience, maybe that's not the same for everybody, you know, but in my experience, that's what it took, was to just shorten my focus, turn those hours into days, days to weeks, weeks to paychecks. Save the money, bam, got a new pair of shoes. Okay, now I can walk decently. Next paycheck, bam, got some pants and a shirt. Cool. Now I can walk over to the laundromat, still homeless, but I can walk over to the laundromat and wash my fucking clothes now. 10 paychecks down the road, bam, an apartment. Now I'm taking the bus. And then it just goes from there. A lot of y'all don't know that about me. If you haven't been here from the beginning, it's been a brutal life. But I'm happy, decently, honest to God, happy, and able to take care of business, able to do what it is that I do. And I'm happy to be here with you. Always been happy to be here with you. There was no other reason for me to be here, man, except to just kind of warn you guys off of this shit. And for the few females that check into this, give them a little bit of insight, because you're going to need it. You're going to need that insight going down the road. You look at a man and you find the man undesirable or unattractive, and you equate wisdom or knowledge, or, and I hate this phrase, a lived experience with him as being uglier or unattractive because your eyes are telling you something different. That's a defect in you. That's something wrong with you. And these guys are telling you by the millions now that there's something wrong with you. And you really should start to wise up a little bit and listen. That long winter is on the way. It's on the way, and it's not going to be our winter. We will be okay. Struggling, recovering mangina cuckold. Shit, that's a mouthful. I'm 5'3", bitches. Think I'm unattractive? Oh, well. Mark from Tinder. I was homeless at 19 in 2011. I made a tent by the river and dug the bank for iron oxide. Got the iron from it and sold it to a foundry to bring myself out. Ain't that some fucking shit, man? That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. The maximum troll. That great white beard. It's glorious. It's glorious. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, man. MGTOW Outlaw. Gentlemen, 100%. Success Pool Endeavors. I'm going to put that up. Gents, anybody, if you're feeling a particular way, and I know some of you are, man, talking can do wonders. Even if the other person on that line is a stranger, if you can just get it out of your mouth and say it, and then deal with what happens there, it can put you on the road. It will put you on the road to fixing what's going on in your life. Feeling like you're being driven to suicide or not existing anymore is a horrible, horrible feeling. It's the most useless, absurd failure of a feeling. Been there. Been there. I didn't have anybody to talk to. My reasoning for not pulling the trigger was to spite every motherfucker out here for as long as I lived. That I would be the one to write my story. Nobody will speak for me because I didn't have what it took to stick around. And I'm not saying that you're a coward. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that logically is trying to escape pain through suicide is logical. It's logical. But if you can hang out just a little bit, get them days together, string them together, and make yourselves fortified, steeled. You know what I'm saying? You start stacking those days, those feelings become less and less intense. When you start unwinding the shit that's in your head, those feelings become less and less intense. And then life becomes worth it. Success, man, is waking up in the morning. A high-value man is not a man with $1 billion. It's a man with morals and ethics, a man with fiber to his spirit and soul. That is the highest value human, man or woman, or child. If you've got that, you've got more than most. While everybody out here is selling their ass off on OnlyFans or giving false advice on how to pick up a woman, how to be a real man, you have followed the right path. Continue to follow the right path, folks. Do what's good for you. Make sure that you wake up every morning because I want to see you. And until the next one.